In this video, I'll be helping you with a math topic called Applying Scientific Notation to Solve Problems. This example is taken from the OpenStax College Algebra text. We're told that in April 2014, the population of the United States was around 308 million people, the national debt $17,547 billion, and our instructions are to first write each number in scientific notation, rounding figures to 2 decimal places. So I'll start with population. To write this in scientific notation, it's a large number, so I know that I'm going to end up with a positive exponent. And in scientific notation, the decimal would have to move to be behind the first non-zero number. So in scientific notation, this would be 3.08, and the decimal was moved 8 times. So this would be times 10 to the 8th. That is our population. The debt is also a very large number, and we need to move the decimal behind the first non-zero number. So we would have 1.7547 times 10 to the positive exponent, since it's a large number. And this time, the decimal must be moved 13 times, so times 10 to the 13. But we were asked to round to 2 decimal places, so I'm going to drop this 4 and 7 and say that this is 1.7 times 10 to the 13th. And then we are asked to do a calculation here. We're asked to find the debt per U.S. citizen. So we would take the debt in scientific notation and divide by the population in scientific notation. And to do this calculation, I can start with just the numerical portions. 1.75 divided by 3.08. Rounding to 2 decimal places gives us a 0.57. And then we have times 10 to the 13th divided by times 10 to the 8th. We would keep the base and have the power of the top 13 minus the power of the bottom. So 13 minus 8 would be 5. However, this is not quite scientific notation because the decimal would need to be behind the first non-zero number. It would need to be here. This number 0.57 is too small, so rewriting this first part in scientific notation, this would be 5.7 times 10 to the negative 1, because the number was small. That's why we would use the negative exponent. And then bringing down that times 10 to the 5th, we can see that we can combine times 10 to the negative 1 times 10 to the 5th, keeping the base and adding the exponents, would be 10 to the 4th. So this would be our debt per person in scientific notation, which is $57,000 in standard notation.